that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself. Yeah.
What is up? Back here with the video where I share my thoughts, opinions, all of that fun stuff. And in this case, it's going to be about whether or not I think Ruca will succeed on WWE's main roster. Would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on it down in the comments below. Do you think she will? She won't? Why not? Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, share with a friend, and more importantly, arguably, let me know your thoughts, because I genuinely want to know. The other stuff would be cool, but would just love to know your thoughts. And Ruca, she is one of those ones that this might come out bad, but surprised on how quickly she picked up wrestling, in the fact that, to my knowledge, she was not a wrestling fan growing up. I think she was born in like 2000. She's in her mid-20s now. She did not grow up watching. She somehow got a tryout with WWE, got signed, made her debut, according to Cage Match, in June 24th of 2022. So still relatively recent, and it's just one of those things where, yeah, she's been wrestling for just over 3 years, but she's really been wrestling for like 2 if you think about it, because I think it was, according to Cage Match, actually, they're more reliable about matches than my memory, but in April of 2023, I think it was torn ACL or something, major surgery on her knee, either way, and that was April. She did not return till the following February, so that is, I'm not the best at math, 10 months out of a 3-year career, 3 and a bit, so it's like 2.5 years. She's pretty good. Her Ruca, the character, seems relatively confident on the mic. She has, granted, maybe not the best gimmick, like a surfer-esque kind of gimmick, kind of vibe, kind of deal. And will she succeed on the main roster? It depends on how you define successful, in the fact that, do I see her main eventing WrestleMania? She would not be my top pick for a future WrestleMania main eventer, personally. And whatnot, like Roxanne Perez, I think it is, when I say a higher ceiling, if I had to bet in between the two, Roxanne Perez would be the one that I would put money on for main eventing WrestleMania. But Ruca is kind of different. She comes across, again, Ruca, the character, I don't know her, the human, but she just comes across relatively confident in the ring, considering how short her career is, and probably her first match in June of 2022 would be better than what I could do match-wise in like 10 years in. So definitely athletic. I think she went to college for, I forget what, but she went to like something athletic kind of deal. I don't know if it was like gymnastics maybe, and then she majored in something, I would think, and whatnot, but she went to school for gymnastics. To me, if you go to post-secondary school with athletics and you do athletics, you're athletic, kind of deal. But I think she'll be reasonably successful on the main roster. Again, WrestleMania main eventer, she would not be my first choice, but she could be somebody, when I say like Raquel Rodriguez or somebody like that, a solid hand, maybe, how do I put this? Like, I can see Roxanne Perez being like the face of the women's division going forward, similar to Bianca Belair, or more so Rhea Ripley nowadays. And Ruca could be like the Bianca Belair kind of deal. It might sound bad, but like the 1B, even though Bianca Belair main evented WrestleMania, to my knowledge, Rhea Ripley has not. Like last match kind of deal. I definitely see her holding main roster championships and whatnot, but for myself, it all depends on how you define successful. I can definitely see her holding her own without a shadow of a doubt on the main roster, if actually when she gets called up, because I'm not saying that she's picture perfect for the main roster, but I think she is more ready for the main roster than not. I have 2 minor complaints about it. One, we have not seen her as a bad guy yet. That would be relatively interesting to see something different. I would not be opposed. She would not be my first choice, but I would want to see her as a bad guy. And the second one, I kind of like the finisher, the soul catcher. I definitely like the name for her character, but like the finisher just looks kind of odd for myself personally, at least. If it was like she's appears to be about my height, maybe a little bit taller, kind of deal, like the 5'7", 5'9" range kind of deal. So a tad bit taller than myself. But yeah, just maybe a different finisher, but I also don't know what other finishers she could have, if that makes sense. But those are two, in the grand scheme of things, minor things. I would say give her a bad guy run in NXT before she gets called up to the main roster personally and whatnot, or at least at like a tweener. But those are my thoughts and opinions. Would love to know what yours are down in the comments below.
And in the world that we tend to make up, it's nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. I do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but